Welcome to Kigongona Programme and the URI Stewardship and Guardianship Administration. I am Munabii Njau Gikuyu, the Chief Steward of the United Regions of Africa, URI. Today, I'm here to give my testimony and how I was implanted with a metaphysical Kigongona by Mwenenyaga. Munabii Njau Gikuyu was sought, tested and chosen by Mwenenyaga, the Soul God, whose abode is Mount Kirinyaga Altar in the spiritual realm. He is the Chief Steward of the United Regions of Africa, URI, the founder of Kigongona Programme, and the vessel through which the restoration of African spirituality, sovereignty, and creation purity is unfolding in the 21st century. After revealing his commissioning and the spiritual reality, his own family and the people of Maragi united against him. ACK Gathamba Church and Maragi despised him, called him mad, and attempted to kill him. Araika Mugwanja protected him. Mwenenyaga cursed Maragi. They will face the consequences of blasphemy and desecration. They will witness madness in their own homes, and they will die ashamed. In 2023, Mwenenyaga tested Munabii Njau Gikuyu with death itself. He was placed in an inevitable situation where he could either betray Mwenenyaga by revealing secrets that only he and Mwenenyaga knew, or die willingly with those secrets. He chose loyalty, and Mwenenyaga at midnight woke him and said, "You have made my heart happy. I have implanted you a Kigongona." From that moment, he was no longer an ordinary man. The Kigongona within him began to pulse, regulating his digestion, suppressing pain, defending him from enemies, and returning him to emotional equilibrium when sadness or stress arose. He was made a scientist of cosmic radiation and a prophet. His dreams transformed. Mwenenyaga began appearing to him and pulling him into the imperial seat of majesty, Mwenennyaga's abode. Araika Mugwanja and ancestral spirits began manifesting and interacting with him. He has permanent protection and service of Araika Mugwanja, who serve Mwenenyaga directly. For me, I've told you very well that I used to be ordinary. I did not know that my life would be like this. And so let me tell you, I had enemies even by then, even when I was ordinary, because I had people who despised me. So I secured to do BSc, Applied Statistics and Computing. And there are people who are envious of this, because it's not everyone who likes when people are shining, which is unfortunate. Because the way they know you and the way you are transforming and changing, that's why they despise. But I'm telling you, because Mwenenyaga is on my side, that's why I have survived that far. And so I joined and I did the BSc and Applied Statistics with Computing. I was ordinary in the university. For me, I was awakened, and my friends were awakened too. For us, we had a group used to research, discern how minerals in Africa were being exploited and being looted, and we were able to know the corruption in governments, and also know how the value is not added in Africa, because the same minerals Africa sell, if they process them and add value, they can sell the same things at a higher prices, and the value will be retained in Africa. So for us, we connected even with Pan-African people with a lot. And for me, I used to practice Ogaiwa Gikuyu. I loved my Gikuyu spirituality, my Gikuyu culture. And I also had friends, let me tell you. And also the Sacerdotal College of Sia also, we used even to see the publication, let me tell you. It was a lot, let me tell you. And for me, I had the Kigongona Kirinyaga, the praying altar, even when I was in the university. Because I used to pray while facing Mount Kirinyaga, that direction, while raising my hands. And I used to talk to Mwenenyaga. And Mwenenyaga helped me a lot, even helped me to graduate. That course was complex. We started 80 of us, and it was only 19 who graduated. I'm telling you, it was, let me tell you, Mwenenyaga helped me, let me tell you. So after graduation, I went back to Moranga And I went ahead and even trained further. I trained through the queries in Dubai, let me tell you. And then, I gained a lot of skills, a lot. I have explained to you prior through the Kigongona program. And then, life changed in the year 2023. For me, I was not anticipating. In the year 2022, I was in Nairobi doing corporate work, B2B, let me tell you, recruiting businesses. It was a lot. I also used to work with the box commerce. We used to train in Kilimani, let me tell you. It was a lot, let me tell you. I also went to Meru the same year, 2022. July, and I worked with One Acre Fund, let me tell you. I was working in Meru. I had a big network, a network of farmers. I trained them. I gave them a lot, let me tell you. And it was a lot, and I will continue expanding. So I returned home in 2023. Mwenenyaga now spoke in my mind, and this is not ordinary. And I've told you prior, for me, I was not expecting this will happen. It happened anyway. So Mwenenyaga spoke in my mind. And I was in Moranga. Even I was walking, let me tell you, I was not anticipating. And I was given the ability to reply to the voice using my own brain. During the early days, I used to strain when responding, when talking. I can remember even when I used to roll on the bed, let me tell you. And then I got used to it. Right now it is so effortless. Even you can't know, let me tell you. Because I have been growing with this. I've read to you even how Mwenenyaga started appearing in my dreams. And let me tell you, it came to a point I got tested. And for me, I was not knowing this thing will happen. And when passing the test, let me tell you, I was implanted with the metaphysics of Kigongona, which changed me entirely. So for me, I'm not ordinary. There are things which happen to me without my effort, and they are positive because even I've read to you. So that is what happened. And Mwenenyaga chose ACK Gathamba Church to be the first one to know and to benefit, because I went there officially August 6, 2023. And that church is not far from my land, let me tell you. It's a few yards, let me tell you. Then it was not my first time there. They know me, they know my family. It is a lot. So when I went there and told them the spiritual reality, for them, they despise. It's unfortunate, because I was even pretending that they are worshiping God, they are doing God things. But you see, if they were doing God things for sure, they could have listened to what I told. But then it was not like that. They started claiming I'm mad, and they didn't have any evidence. So they told the other villagers. And the problem is, even when they were told, they didn't even want to have evidence, because they had already despised me. And let me tell you what happens. They usually, brand you and make you look like you are evil, so that they can have the justification to kill you and to harm you. And even they try to use witchcraft, because Maragi village is having a lot of witches, wagangas. It's an unclean village, let me tell you. Araika Mugwanja are the ones who protected me, because if there was not that intervention, they could have killed me for real. But then, what has helped me survive that far, even when they want you to see me, it is because of Mwenenyaga. And for me, I didn't choose the spirituality to be like that. And you see, even agricultural spirituality, praying of Mwenenyaga has been practiced for thousands of years. Even churches have not been there for 200 years yet. And for me, I was not telling anyone to do any sin or do anything wrong. And also for me, I was doing it because it is true. Truth is very important. But for them, they chose, after they were unable, let me tell you, they started being desperate, even, going ahead, tearing the posters of Mwenenyaga, and they can see written Mwenenyaga and Guy, and written Kigongona. But, when they cross the line entirely, let me tell you, even taught their children, even have been persecuted. Even they have hired even students from Keharo Technical College, let me tell you, to curse me and try. They want me now, even trying to. It is so unfortunate, let me tell you. Even some there have crossed the line also, because also it's so unfortunate. But I'm telling you, Mwenenyaga can see everything, and I'm telling you there are consequences. Because for me, I have not done anything wrong. For me, I did not choose God to be like that. And for if God is like that, and if you are wise and aligned, you will benefit the way I have benefited. Because there is no where I'm telling people to do anything wrong. But then churches are used as they have been used to doing it, and branding people as evil. Those who practice dangerous spirituality, but then they don't have anything evil. That's what the colonial was doing, saying that our things are not good, saying that, but then it is not like that. But then right now, that trick will not work anymore. Because actually they are useless people who can even harm, and the creation is not theirs. Those people who acquire and get Araika Mugwanja, the ones who have protected me, they will never be defeated, because there is no low vibration which can bypass Araika Mugwanja. Araika Mugwanja are like God, because God work with Araika Mugwanja. They are forces, and the forces come from Mount Kirinyaga. If you want to get the forces within you and within your home, so that they can protect you and protect your things and protect your children and have them, you need to modulate a praying area. You must have such a point where you step with your two legs and you step there. I'm telling you, when you don't have such a point, still you have not connected to Mount Kenya. You have not connected, let me tell you, to God for real. And then when you have that area, you usually use water to modulate, and I'm telling you, I've explained to you how the liturgy of how you modulate. Let me tell you the praying area, and that area will not be the same. It will not be ordinary. There will be flowing radiation, pure radiation. You pray from that area while raising your hands, while facing Mount Kenya, because I'm telling you, it will help you a lot. And the prayers you pray from that area, they will be effective, because you pray in God for real, and you also have wisdom. A lot will unfold, let me tell you. I'm telling you, if you want to benefit, embrace God the way God is, not the way politics is seen. No, not even the way churches were not brought for God for it, because they were colonial programs for it. And for me, I'm telling you, it's now the time for you to ask yourself what you are doing at earth, because this earth there are many people who have lived, but for you, you have not taken to the full, let me tell you, the full reality. Because when you operate from the full reality, the God is Mwenenyaga, and Mwenenyaga work with 7 natural angels, the Araika Mugwanja. I'm telling you to have, and I've told you the liturgy is there. It was prophesied. Right now, even people will be unstoppable because of the Araika Mugwanja. People will be so strong. People will have a lot of wisdom. Their homes will be protected, and their vibration will not be compromised. Let me tell you, Araika Mugwanja used to serve even the old Gikuyu who are there. They used to know these things, let me tell you. But then the colonial people are useless and evil. They are the ones who suppress this. But right now, Mwenenyaga manifested. I'm telling you, for me, I have enemies. But I'm telling you, the enemies, they are part of the prophecy, because I'm telling you, even when you fight the covenant, you don't benefit. Because let me tell you, Mwenenyaga is pure, Mount Kirinyaga is pure. And for you, you see the unfolding of cause and effect, the consequences of what you have done, of sinning. Because I'm telling you, even you should not sin. That law is always there. And when you sin, there are consequences. Let me tell you, there are curses. There is a lot. I'm telling you, even if you do that, you do blasphemy, and you do what you do, you will not change the fact of Mwenenyaga being holy, of Mwenenyaga being God, of Mwenenyaga creating everything. And also, most importantly, you won't evade the consequences. You will still face them. So even eventually, even when you die, because you will forever be there, your consciousness will be there. After do this life after death, you see that you are the one who did not benefit, and you paid for everything. So be watchful, be very careful of what you are doing, because I tell you, action equals energy. You are given the ability to do a positive thing, a negative thing, and a neutral ability not to do. That is also a deal. But when you go ahead and do wrong and sin, thinking you are higher, or thinking that the material things are protecting you, or thinking that you are untouchable, you are the one who will not benefit, because eventually cause and effect will unfold to you, and nothing will prevent, let me tell you. But if you want to benefit, let me tell you, align with the law, because when it comes to Mwenenyaga, when it comes to God, it's about alignment, let me tell you. And Mwenenyaga is a soul God. God is one, God is holy, and God abode in Mount Kirinyaga in the spiritual realm. Thank you very much.